our Europe vacation has come to an end. We flew from New York to Paris, from Paris to Milan. From Milan, we drove to Lake Como, Italy. We got to see the beautiful Eiffel Tower. We visited one of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen, Lake Como, Italy. We spent the least time in Milan. We spent 24 hours in Milan. We visited the beautiful Milan Cathedral. Look at the architecture design of this building. Look at it. Gorgeous. Amazing. I don't know the word to describe it, but it's amazing. We visited the Milan Cathedral. We also visited the mall. But we almost got stuck in Milan because that day there was a bad rain. It was a heavy rain out of nowhere. All of a sudden, the sky was very dark. Everything was very dark. From being very light to very dark, we were afraid that we were not gonna be able to travel back to New York. But thank God we were able to make it. There are some people in front of the cathedral that have food in their hand to feed to these pigeons. We were able to feed this pigeon. I was so scared, but I ended up doing it. It was so fun. We didn't get to do much in Milan because we only had 24 hours there, but we went to the mall. The mall is right next to the cathedral. It's a very huge area, so you can even spend a whole day. There are a lot of shops. There is the mall. The mall has a lot of high-end stores, a lot of name brands, a lot of restaurants. You can sit and eat. There was one thing I wanted to do was going on a rooftop very, very close to the cathedral. I didn't get to do that. We were also supposed to go in the cathedral, but because I was looking at the weather a lot, I was focusing on the weather. We tried not to do too much, not to stay there too long, and try to leave so we could catch our flight. If you travel to Europe, there is no way you should only visit one country. If you travel to Europe, you should do 2-3 countries at the same time because they are very close to each other. For example, the flight that we took from Paris to Milan was only 1 hour and 30 minutes. It was very fast, very quick. We didn't want to drive. You can drive like 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours to go to different place if you have a lot of time, but we just took a flight and it was like 1 hour and 30 minutes. We were in Milan. We spent some times in Milan, and from Milan we drove to Lake Como. We spent like 3 days. I think we spent 4 days in Lake Como. We spent 4 days in Lake Como, 24 hours in Milan, and we spent 4 days in Paris. So we didn't have a lot of time. If we had more time, I'm telling you, we would have stayed there and spent much more time and visited many more countries. But we only got to do these 3 places. But I'm sure we'll go back. Not now, because I have other places I want to visit. But other than Europe. But if you travel to Europe, please don't just do one country and come back. Do 2, 3, 4 countries if you have enough time. This is the end of this vlog. It was very short. It was very quick. I appreciate all of you for watching. If you have questions, put them in the comment section below. Also, go back to my previous videos. I have a lot of videos on Milan, not on Milan, I'm sorry. I have a lot of videos on Paris and on Lake Como. You should definitely go and watch those videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Last but not least, the flight from Paris to Milan was only $85. Very cheap. It's a small plane, not very, very small, but it's a small plane. And it was 1 hour and 30 minutes. It was only $85.